Hello, friends. This is probably a dork, and today we are going to ask the universe one, what this collective needs to be aware of, and two, what has shifted in your life currently. Now, I already got the energy for the reading and I did not record it, and I really, really wish I did because not only did we get the lion, but when I went to pull your karmic cards or karma cards, just to get an astrology point of view, we had Leo come out. As well as the fourth house, but the fourth house is typically represented by Cancer. So the energy has really been in Leo for a bit now, especially with my YouTube collective readings. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We are entering Sagittarius season. So if you are a Sagittarius, happy early birthday. And it's just so fascinating that we had the lion and Leo come out. The vibes are just very dedicated, very passionate, and very strong. You have something that you have been very concentrated on that has taken a bit of time, but all of your passion and courage. And I feel it will soon bring you the comfort and stability that you crave, especially with the fourth house. The fourth house is all about the home, the emotional aspects of life. On the bottom of the deck energy for the karma cards, we had the moon. So sun and moon could be very significant. We did very recently have a full moon in Taurus, so I'm not sure if you were manifesting anything. I believe the new moon will be at some point this week, and new moons are perfect for new beginnings and manifestations. So I would kind of follow the time frame on that, but I feel like things are coming, like good things are coming, despite all of the struggle and pain you could have gone through. We have Yesod, the root chakra, and connection, which is crazy because for this specific deck as well, this is the cover of the deck. So this feels very monumental. This could be a very big time for you in your life right now. I greatly feel that, considering there was absolutely no introduction to this video. I just went straight into the reading. If you don't know me, I am a reader. I mostly do my short collective readings on TikTok, and I usually play horror games on this channel, but I'm trying to not only tie in the media I play to this channel, but also my tarot, because the games that I play in the horror genre seem to be very monumental and emotional. So tying that emotional lesson maybe within the horror game to tarot has been something very fascinating for me. So if you are interested in those things, feel free to check me out. Otherwise, maybe considering liking this video and giving me a subscribe. But I definitely this is very monumental, hence why I forgot to even open and introduce myself. You could feel like you don't have to introduce yourself because you are the lion, and that comes with a lot of power. Now, I speak so confidently because this Leo energy is upright, whereas the fourth house energy is in reverse. And I hadn't even really read the reversals for the fourth house, but let's start with that. We have, as soon as you did in the past, your home base or your family, do what makes you feel secure. So I greatly feel that your past may not have been easy. You may not have come from a place of stability, of a positive and nurturing family life. So you could be walking this earth in this lifetime and have the hopes of finding that stability, finding what makes you feel secure. Fire can be very hard to calm down, to conceal, to control. It is a very passionate and driven energy that doesn't always take in consideration of what the outside thinks. They are more so just ready to act. And I feel that you could also be in this energy of being ready to act. Despite this hardship that you have gone through, there is light at the end of the tunnel. This being has its chest torn open, and a new planet that makes me think of Mars, and clouds are being shown almost as if there is an exit to this devastation, to this discomfort. Space could be very significant for you right now. Throat chakra is also very big right now. I think that root and throat have really been tied in immensely as of late. I did pick red jasper for one of our crystals. I mean, I do have all of my lovely crystals out, but this one felt very monumental to put on the selenite. The ones that I have on it are what I need to ask for help from for this specific reading. And this one is also blue calcite. I will read from the Crystal Bible on those definitions, but I just feel this is more significant right now. We have Leo upright, self-confidence to create, taking on a challenge, resulting from the impressiveness of interesting. So you could have gone through so much and be so praised, and you may impress people because of that suffering you went through, instead of perpetuating the cycle and continuing the cycle of suffering, of generational trauma. It seems like you have gone in and done the introspection, especially with the moon on the bottom of the deck, and come out of it courageous, triumphant. There was a success within this, I'm feeling immensely, that even though there was a strong disease in your family life and a very strong disconnection with stability, you have overcome it despite all odds almost. So I feel like it is a very impressive energy that you walk in, and you might not even see yourself in that energy, to be completely honest. Or you could have a very strong sense of self-confidence, but I also feel like if you do have that now, you did not always have that. You had to strongly work for this energy of self-confidence. It was not an easy path I'm feeling whatsoever, and you deserve to finally walk in the air of the lion. It might have been hard in the beginning to feel that confident with every step. I'm hearing that you walk differently now, but it almost comes like second nature now due to all of the healing that you had to do. It was not an easy fate whatsoever, but you still overcame it despite all odds. There could be people that did not believe in you and did not expect you were going to overcome this hardship, and if that is the case, I'm very sorry. I completely understand. I did not have a very supportive upbringing whatsoever. A lot of my friends were not truly my friends and were just hoping to make me feel lesser than what I actually am. And you could have gone through a very similar experience where you felt in your life that you were very watered down, not by yourself, but by others around you. And in turn, you grew up to water yourself down because that was so expected and so consistent. Your flame could have been repeatedly put out. And now you are able to be one with that water, one with that disease, and your flame burns through it. It turns it into gas. It is no longer a fear. It is no longer an issue. I'm looking at a huge gulf of flames in one tiny drop of water now. Or even vice versa, an entire ocean of water and only one flame that immediately goes out. It was a very harsh contrast in your life, I feel. But despite all of it, you have created a reality that you can now enter and feel secure. It was not easy at all. We also have the bee as the bottom of the deck energy for the animal spirit deck. And the bee discusses someone who is very hardworking, who never stops, who continues and persists despite it all. And I think it's very interesting because I hadn't even realized the bee is the same exact colors as either of these two cards. This is a very significant and powerful moment in your life. This reading has been pure coincidence, and you could argue that there's no such thing as coincidences. Everything was meant to happen the way it was meant to happen. But I did not plan any of this. I just sat with my candles, I sat with my crystals, and I simply channeled what does this collective need to know the most right now. And these were the cards that came out for me. Crown chakra activation is huge, which I think is very funny because from these cards, I'm more so getting heart, throat, and solar plexus. Solar plexus is yellow, which I have my solar plexus candle lit right now, and heart chakra is green, and throat chakra is blue. Third eye chakra is a deep purple, but I'm not really feeling that as much at this current moment. I also have my crown chakra candle lit and my attraction candle. So you could be feeling like you're a magnet right now, that you are attracting so many things, or you are stepping into the air and energy of being a magnet. Whereas maybe you weren't before, maybe you had to work for everything that you needed. You never stopped working. Bees are very reliable, trustworthy, and loyal animals that are, I guess, insects. They work incredibly hard and serve their queen to the best of their ability. And you could have done this in a negative way. There could be a queen in your life. Maybe this is a mother figure. If it is, I'm very sorry. It could also be just a woman of higher power in your life. Maybe you worked and devoted everything to this person and it came out to be nothing. But through all of that nothing, from all of those years of dedication and just perseverance, honestly, you have come out successful, triumphant, because you did the inner work through that rejection. You weren't just rejected or pushed down, you were resilient. You overcame that pushing. My camera turned off right as I had flipped to the page, right as I had said that I couldn't find it. So you could be starting to feel some doubt, but immediately have that doubt proven wrong. Like, you could be thinking you're delusional or that you're crazy for all of these spiritual awakenings or all of these alignments or messages that you're getting. Maybe you're seeing angel numbers everywhere and you're trying to play it down like, oh no, it's not that deep, it's not that deep. It is that deep. It has always been that deep. And everyone around you was just trying to put out your flame. But you persisted, and even if there was a lot of doubt in your mind, you still continued and you still had hope. And that hope has brought you closer than ever before to your comfort, to your stability, to whatever it is that you are manifesting and trying to obtain. And while I have this, I hope it truly, we're in the Spanish section of it, I guess, which very nice to know that is a thing, but I unfortunately cannot read Spanish. Maybe I went too far because now it's Russian. Okay, I probably did go much too far. It's interesting. I thought I had found it, but I hadn't yet. So, Yesod, root, connection. The ninth emanation, the foundation that supports the world and forms the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. Yesod is the medium through which we experience the tree of life. Upon his shoulders rests the sky, and all that lies beyond it runs through his fingers. We stand at this doorway and peer through, seeking answers to our nature. Through the indigo orb, a gateway appears. As a single column again, The flow of energy through the tree only moves downward. Yasod is the last stop before moving into the fully physical realm. He is the looking glass through which we examine ourselves. Found in New Life, Speech, a Doorway, which feels immensely aligned with what I was saying. You have found a way, despite all odds, to continue persisting through your spiritual journey and connecting through your higher self, honestly, which may have been through so much turmoil, doubt, and illusion, especially with the moon card. The moon always talks about illusion, not being able to entirely trust things, the taboo. So you've had to trust and have discernment, and you have also had to greatly reflect inward despite everything else. You were rejected, like I said, but instead of just running with that rejection and crying and whining, why me, you said, why me? In the circumstance that you were curious to find out more about yourself. The Neverending Story has been so significant lately. That was my favorite movie growing up. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. And it is all entirely about connecting to your spirituality, believing in yourself, and doing introspection through yourself. I feel like Yesod, the god of being confronted with the self, almost as if he is a mirror into a different realm, you've had to look past all of your hardships and do the inner work, especially to heal, like I said, for your ancestors, for your archangels, for everyone in your life, people that were very important. I feel like you may not have had that support, but despite not having that support, you still had the ability to overcome it and become that support for others. Not everyone can do that. That is not an easy fate. I do also really want to read the Animal Spirit Guidebook definition for the lion. So, let's see. It's very significant, though, obviously. Leo energy is incredibly strong, so if you have any Leo placements in your chart or you are a Leo yourself, let me know in the comments. I'm very intrigued. I have been pulling Leo and Cancer energy for the last few months, honestly. It has been very significant. Huh. I'm not finding the lion, which you would think would either be the last one or the first. Cobra, lion, perfect. Patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. I was talking all about that. The synchronicities. They could be very strong for you right now. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn, too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendship. The Three of Cups has been coming out in so many of my readings as well. So I feel like you deserve to celebrate your small wins. No matter how small they have been, you deserve to celebrate yourself. Whether that be just simply getting up in the morning. But honestly, I believe you deserve to celebrate all of your resilience, your strength, and your hard work that you have put into yourself. I feel like you have just done this self-introspection without even taking the time to congratulate yourself, to recognize the hard work you've done, because you were in a state where you had to do all of this hard work. It was an expectation. It was not a gift. But in reality, it has always been a gift. Not everybody is capable of doing this level of introspection, but you were. And you came out so strong, resilient, and intimidating, honestly, by everyone around you, because you have suffered through so much immense turmoil and have come out even stronger. I'm not sensing any narcissism. This is not the same energy as that. This is confidence, and this is inner knowing and peace that you created your reality and what and who you are. I deeply admire you, I have to say that. This was not an easy gateway or path, honestly. And you may have chosen this path. But regardless, do not downplay the work that you have done and the effort that you have put in. You may cope through humor and trying to make everyone else around you laugh or feel comfortable. But you do not have to do that. You do not have to water yourself down to something that everyone else can understand just to get a small piece of recognition from anyone else that you've done this work. You have done it, and you need to know in your heart that you've done it. No one else can believe for you. You have worked so hard, and you deserve to recognize that. Stop denying yourself that celebration that you so clearly deserve just for everything you've done up until this point. You have been in survival mode for so long that you haven't even stopped to smell the flowers and realize, wait, I just built this huge stone castle, and I didn't even look to see it was there. I never even took a moment to admire the finished piece. I kept building and building and building and never stood away from this creation and looked at it objectively and been like, wow, that is stunning. But you deserve to do that. You have put so much work into this tower. You deserve to recognize and appreciate and value all of that work that you've done. It's not easy. It is a very slow, patient, step-by-step process to change your mindset and get out of this survival mode. It is not a simple overnight task, and you know this because you've done so much self-reflection. This is a very immense time in your life. Let's get into the tarot. I'm very curious to see the energy that we pull. The first deck that I'm using today is the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jean Wallace. And I will be getting clarifications for the cards that I pull as well. So, dear Spirit, what does this collective need to know? We have a plane going overhead, so you could be traveling. The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Karma and positivity. And it's so interesting that karma would come out when I chose to use the karma cards. These are the cards of Leo in the 4th house. And we have karma, the Wheel of Fortune. And we have positivity, the Sun. I cannot make this up. Leo energy is immensely strong. What does this collective need to know, Spirit? I'm going to pull all of them first. We have the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Completion and delusion. But delusion is what you fear and feel that you've been in, when in reality, it is actually all of the possibilities. We have the Empress and the Queen of Swords, Independence. Now, I don't usually get 6 cards, but this feels very significant, so I'm going to today. I'm hearing bells. That could be a sign for someone, a confirmation. This Wheel of Fortune, you have gone through so much, and you feel like despite all the hardship you've been through, despite having to keep a smile and a straight posture through it all, the people that have wronged you have not had... Sorry, my camera keeps turning off. But you may really need to speak your truth on something. You've had to be very stern with boundaries, and all of this work, you feel like you look at everyone else that's wronged you and you're like, where is their karma? Well, you may have had, like I said, somebody in your life holding you back or pushing you down or making you feel like you were not good enough or worthy enough of yourself, of your accomplishments. And because you let them almost control the thoughts in your mind, and I mean this by you believed in yourself and then this person stole your light and put you down, and you believed them, despite only you knowing the long, treacherous self-work you have had to put through, you have had to go through, you have had to put into yourself. They won't know that because they are not you. Their lifetime comes with their own set of lessons and harsh realities that they need to work through on their own. Not everybody chose to go through so many difficulties in their lifetime to be a guide, to know how to overcome it, to help everyone else. Some people go through one lesson in multiple lifetimes. You've gone through immense amounts in one. They will never understand that. And they may put you down or make you doubt yourself, when in reality, they don't know the harsh work you've had to do, so you need to step up and be the only one that sees and acknowledges and respects this truth. And I know that can be harsh, but it comes from a place of so much love. I see myself immensely within this reading. I can even say I understand, and I feel that this reading is for both of us. You've had to learn boundaries where it was so uncomfortable to do so. Independence, Queen of Swords. That was not an easy fate whatsoever. You've put so much work into yourself, so many boundaries. You've had to be very stern and strong in your words. You may have felt like you've had to be mean, but it comes from a deep place of love. The Queen of Swords is usually an immensely intimidating and scary person, especially in tarot, but this one looks so calm. She's in tune completely with the moon. She's completely in tune with all of her mental hardships that she has had to get through alone. There's a shooting star on the back. Wish fulfillment immensely is coming through, especially with this 10 of Cups. Completion. This could be the end of a cycle for you. And it could have been a very difficult cycle at that. A very strong emotional cycle, but it's over. And now you are overcoming it. And you are stepping forward into the rewards that you are deserving of. We have the Empress, nourishment, and the Sun, positivity. You deserve to see this work that you've put into yourself. Take a second and realize all the beautiful things you've created within you and outside of you. Like that castle that you built and didn't look at the entire time you were building it. You kept going and didn't even stop to take a second and be like, wow, this is magnificent. You deserve to look back on everything you've done and feel that that was magnificent. You overcame it. Against all odds. Self-care could be immensely significant at this time. The Seven of Cups can represent many different things. So sometimes the Seven of Cups is representative of many possibilities, so many endless options for you. You could feel like now that you've acknowledged your worth, now that you've celebrated your hard work and actually sat and been like, wow, I did that. You are getting so many opportunities coming at your door. We are also in Mercury retrograde, so please keep that in mind. People from your past could be coming in. Maybe people from your past are getting their karma directly and you're watching it. You're seeing it unfold. You're being like, "Oh my gosh, wow. The Wheel of Fortune does work in my favor. It took years, but they got what they deserved. Justice is coming through so strong." Your hard work was not for nothing, and you're going to be able to have opportunities that will give you time to nourish yourself, to do the things that you deserve to do for yourself, like go to a spa, go on vacation, go take a long spiritual bath. I don't know if you like face masks. Not everyone does. I don't. And I always felt like in order to be a woman, I had to use things like face masks and certain makeups and skincare. But self-care can show up in many different ways. Self-care could be as simple as watching a favorite childhood movie, something that comforted you so much when you were little, stepping into that inner child whimsy like never before. That is self-care. Going to the park, taking a long walk, that is self-care. Eating a nutritious and fulfilling dinner, if you can, is self-care. Cooking is spell work. Maybe that is significant for someone. Maybe the food that you make, the seasonings you add, you give purpose to those ingredients to create something so nutrient rich and fulfilling for your soul and your physical vessel. But I'm feeling all of your hard work is paying off. In other cards, sometimes with this delusion for the Seven of Cups, is representative of the evil eye. Someone who is jealous, envious of all that they think you have or perceive you to have. Even if you don't have anything, even if you have been struggling immensely and you haven't been able to take those self-care steps yet, you haven't been able to go on this said vacation yet, they've perceived you as being better than them, as more well off, as more abundant than them. They do not see the hard work, though, that you had to put into yourself to get to this place of abundance. And not everyone will, unfortunately. And that is why, as the lion, you need to step into your self-worth and acknowledge that you know you did all of that. You realize and recognize that you put that hard work in and no one else did it for you. You did. Therefore, your emotions cannot be affected by these evil eyes, these people who are envious of you, who are wishing bad things on you. Their karma is coming. Their wheel is turning. It came out in reverse, and that immensely means to me that this is them, not you. When I get cards in reverse like these, I look at it as the other party we are asking about. This is not just one person. This is for you, for your specific journey, but you are asking about people that have negatively affected you as well. You are so deserving of this like emotional fulfillment, of this positivity, this happiness. And you have been surrounded by people who doubted that and didn't want you to feel like you could be. Grounding is so significant right now. Maybe touching grass, as silly as it sounds, I know it kind of is said with a strict tongue, go touch grass, as if you haven't connected with nature enough. But I feel like this is a recommendation from a place of love. Connecting with nature can bring you so much deep peace and inner healing, oneness with the universe. We are all simply the universe experiencing itself in different possibilities, different timelines, balance of evil and good, those things that we as humans created. It's not an easy fate, but in order for everyone to be different, in order for the universe to learn of every possibility must exist. Therefore, no one is going to understand your specific path better than you. No one is going to know how you got here other than you. And it's hard. But your hole in your heart will be filled and can only be filled by yourself. A loving, caring relationship has balance. It is two people who find fulfillment within themselves and are willing to grow and learn alongside one another. It is not complete devotion and dedication to the other person and having to give and not receive and needing them to fill your hole because they can't. No one else can but you in your connection with spirit, the universe, or God, whatever you call it. That is only you. This other person has their own demons, their own turmoils that they need to also fulfill and close the gap of. Once you both are able to do that for your own selves, then you will have the most fulfilling, loving, beautiful relationship that you truly deserve. But you need to acknowledge that it is a mutual growing and learning experience that never ends. Alongside each other, not because of each other. There is a difference. And I feel like you know this, but this also could be an awakening that you are coming to recently. I do want to get some clarifications. I feel very, very great about the cards I've pulled and my definitions and how I've taken it. When I cleared the deck energy and shuffled it, the Fool was on the bottom. I've had this deck, for a very long time, so I did not purposely put the Fool there. It put itself there. It's not new. And I've been reading with it a lot lately. So there is an immense new beginning coming, obviously, with this emotional completion of filling your cup. Now you can start anew in this positivity. Now you can receive all of the rewards you were meant to receive. They couldn't be held back from you forever. You were bound to get them eventually. But maybe these outside voices got to you and prevented it and delayed these rewards a little bit longer because you almost fell back into the negative self-talk, the negative belief, the thought that you do not know what's right for you, but you intuitively do know what's right for you. Spirit, what is this Wheel of Fortune? I barely shuffled. Sorry, it cut off. Maybe you read a lot of self-help books about your mental state. You've been doing so much studying. Your inner knowing sees through all of these illusions. You see through their illusions, and that could intimidate people, and that also instills the evil eye. You're a lion. You've done so much, and they can't see what you've done, but they know how powerful you are, and that is so scary, and it also is very invalidating to them. But that's because they never did any of that self-reflection. They've only ever pointed the finger at anybody else but themselves. But I feel like you've only ever pointed the finger at yourself, and that has forced you to grow and be so emotional and receptive and nurturing of others. But I believe it's time for you to be nurtured. What is this nourishment that's coming through, Spirit? What is this nourishment that is coming through? We have the King of Cups. This could be in a relationship matter. Cancer energy could be significant. Again, like I said, Cancer and Leo energy have been immense. The King of Cups is somebody who is very secure in his emotions, who has done so much inner healing and work, and has widespread empathy for everyone in his reign, honestly. He has lots of control. And that control could manifest as spiritual control, as mental control over himself, over his emotions. He cares immensely. You could be getting this. You could have a King of Cups in your life. You could have a masculine energy that is very nourishing and nurturing for you. You could be searching for this other half, this masculine divine energy to come into your life. Don't forget that every person has a balance of masculine and feminine energy within themselves. But you could have been asking for a relationship that brings you a sense of home, a sense of fulfillment, somebody who sees you for who you truly are and all of the hard work and devotion, dedication you are willing to give, someone who will empathize and be there with you, alongside you. I do want to get one more, actually. We have the Empress again. I cannot make this up. And the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There is a transition period that is coming in, and it is immense. But the Empress, you are this nurturer. You are fruitful. You are abundant because you've done so much inner work. She has a pentacle around her neck in her jewelry. Stability in material abundance is coming in strong. You are this nourishment. You will receive this nourishment. The star is also coming in so heavy in this reading, especially with that shooting star. You could have made a wish recently or manifested something significant, and that has brought about this fruitful abundance. Maybe you manifested this fruitful abundance, but you weren't just sitting and asking for it. You were doing the inner work to achieve it while also manifesting it. You made this your physical reality. You have the world in your hands. You are so powerful, but so gentle and so understanding. I feel an immense back and forth and balance of masculine and feminine energy. So much emotional nourishment is coming in. All of the work that you've done is paying off. I wanted to pull you a couple of these attraction cards. It's from the Super Attraction Oracle. I want to know what things you are attracting. It's definitely amazing. You've done so much work. Please recognize that within yourself. You are so strong and so deserving. So I hope you don't put yourself down. And if you do, stop it. None of that. We will not be doing that here. You've worked so hard. What does this collective attract, Spirit? What are they attracting? What is their super attraction at this time? What are they attracting at this time, Spirit? What are they attracting? I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become reality. If that isn't everything that we have been talking about this reading. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. You have so much faith, and that faith is bringing you closer to a divine union, to your divine path, to your higher self, to the abundance that you are deserving of. You have created that with all of your inner work. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And you should be so proud of yourself. But if you can't right now, if you're still in the fog, I am proud of you. What does this collective need to know, Spirit? Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. Be thankful. We are getting close to Thanksgiving, but appreciate and be grateful for everything you've done for yourself. You have put your best self forward. You have put yourself in favor of everything else. Despite everything else, you have put your best foot forward and you have taken care of yourself. appreciate and value all the hard work you've done. Yes, you can be thankful for other things in your life. I'm not saying don't do that. That is still an amazing way to start your day, thinking of the things you're thankful for. But I feel that you deserve to appreciate what you've accomplished, what you've done for yourself. The bottom of the deck energy, I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Instead of starting the day off thinking to yourself, I'm not enough, I don't look great, I am a mess, say, I appreciate myself for bringing me here to this moment. I love myself. I'm grateful for this. No more fear. Maybe Donnie Darko is very significant for someone. That is my favorite movie. It briefly touches on the pipeline of fear and love. And he argued that there's more emotions than just fear and love. And he's right, there are. However, fear does not accept love. Fear is insecure. Love is secure. Love is whole. Love is abundant. Love never dissolves. Love is unconditional. And you are deserving of that. Of the purest, unconditional love. I would like to get some mini tarot now and some fortunes and charms. Let's see. Dear Spirit, what does this collective need to know? We have 3 today. You are always welcome in any gathering. New rooms are coming in for you. Lucky numbers 17, 56, 34, 10, 31, 49. Your ability to help others may not be seen by all. And that's what I've been saying. It's natural. They might not understand it, and it might make them feel insecure or personally attacked, but that is because they are not as sure in themselves as you are in yourself. They have not done the inner work, and the only thing that they can think of is fear, hurt, heartache, pain. But you are meant to heal that. You've done it to yourself, and you've done it with others around you by doing it for yourself. Lucky numbers 29, 1, 3, 46, 31, 43. 333 is very significant. 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, communication, something could be coming in. Your mental health is a treasure. Guard it with love. Lucky numbers 38, 7, 15, 35, 6, 16. You have guarded it. Gently, but fiercely with this lion. Dear Spirit, what does this collective need to know? What does this collective need to know? We have the Devil. There are definitely forces trying to stop you from all that you deserve and are achieving. We have the Hermit. You may have had to do so much self-introspection, self-work. Dark Night of the Soul, Knight of Wands. A passion is coming in. An offer of passion is coming in. Breaking this hermit mode. Capricorn energy could be significant. Virgo energy could be significant. I feel like these addictions are being dispelled by all the hardship that you've gone through, all the hard work and dedication to yourself you've done. Well, get a random zodiac charm, please. We have Taurus and Pisces. Intuitive and trustworthy. Somebody could be a musician in this reading. You could possibly make music or know somebody that makes music. You could really like bass or just guitar in general in your music that you listen to. I'm hearing Arctic Monkeys big time. I'm going back to 505 specifically. Alt J. What is that song I'm thinking of by Alt J? It was one of his new ones. Well, newer. I'll link the songs that are significant to this reading in the description. It's You and Me Now by Alt J. Could be very significant as well. Every Other Freckle. We have Mom in a heart. You could be a mom, or you could have a mother figure in your life. That doesn't have to be your direct mom, but it can be. That is very significant. I think that this is a little submarine. Like I said, deep, deep introspection. Immense deep introspection. We have a cross. Your faith has really kept you going. Your faith has been so significant to this. Even if it's just within yourself, it is so divine because you are so divine. We also have a Bible, which I didn't even know was a charm that I had, so that goes hand in hand with faith. But obviously, use your discernment. We have a shell. The sea is very significant to this reading. Unfortunately, the shell is now on the floor, and I don't know where it went. So just trust that the ocean is very significant, going deeper within the self. We also have this blue diamond. It might be a sapphire. Throat chakra again coming through immensely. This could be your birthstone. But I believe this is all that I have for you today. Oh, just kidding. There was there was a black flower on the appreciation. That could be significant. You're blooming beautifully. Even if you were blooming in the darkness, you still bloomed amazing. I don't think it's the morning glory, but there's a specific flower, let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, that only blooms in darkness. That could be very significant for you at this time. I did forget, let's just quickly get into the Crystal Bible. I'll do red jasper first. Oh. Red, perfect. Red jasper is gently stimulating. It grounds energy and rectifies unjust situations. Red jasper brings problems to light before they become too big and provides insights into the most difficult situations. It makes an excellent worry bead, calming the emotions when played with. Placed under the pillow, it helps dream recall. Red jasper stimulates the base chakras and assists rebirthing. It cleanses and stabilizes the aura and strengthens your boundaries. This is a stone of health, strengthening and detoxifying the circulatory system, the blood, and the liver. It dissolves blockages in the liver or bile ducts. Poison base chakra or as position base chakra or as appropriate. Interesting. Jasper is known as the supreme nurturer. It sustains and supports during times of stress and brings tranquility and wholeness. Used in healing, it unifies all aspects of your life. Jasper reminds people to help each other. And I really want to do this calcite as well. So, blue calcite is a gentle stone for recuperation and relaxation. It lowers blood pressure and dissolves pain on all levels, gently soothing the nerves and lifting anxieties. It releases negative emotions. Used on the throat chakra, it aids clear communication, especially where there is distance. Blue calcite can absorb energy, filter it, and return it to benefit the center or sender. So if somebody wishes ill will, it will cleanse that and send it back as a peaceful, healing energy. Rather than just sending back the evil, you cleanse, purify, and send back love. Overall, celestite could be significant as well, but calcite is a powerful amplifier and cleanser of energy. Simply having calcite in the room cleans negative energies from the environment and heightens your energy. Within the body, it removes stagnant energy. The spectrum of colors cleans the physical and subtle bodies. Calcite is an active crystal speeding up development and growth. This is a spiritual stone linked to the higher consciousness that facilitates the opening of higher awareness and psychic abilities, channeling, and out of body experiences. It accelerates spiritual development and allows the soul to remember experiences when it returns to the body. So, I would look into either red jasper or blue calcite, but like I said, that is all I have for you today. Please celebrate yourself and how far you've come. You are so deserving of the best and utmost love. I love you. I hope that you're doing well or that you're feeling a little bit better after this. Please get yourself a little treat or just acknowledge your castle that you've built for once. It's gorgeous. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Don't forget to drink water, and bye-bye.